Welcome back to the channel. My name is Nick, and in this video, I am going to express to you and explain my year-and-a-half long situation with Tu Casa Express financing here in Mexico and why you should stay completely far, far away from Tu Casa Express. The other day, I uploaded a video on my YouTube channel of how to get affordable financing. And in the video, I explained stay far away from Tu Casa Express. And this guy, Andlaz487, said, why the negative review about Mi Casa Express, meaning Tu Casa Express? What's wrong with them based on your personal experience? I'm going to explain to you my personal experience with Tu Casa Express, more like Tu Casa slow as you know what. So this might be a little bit long of a video. I didn't rehearse this or anything. I just saw the comment and I said, you know what? Maybe this is time to explain this. And so when I decided that I wanted to purchase a property here in Mexico, I was looking at, this was back in 2021 when stocks were high, the prices were high, and I had some money in some shares that I wanted to use margin on. And the reason why I did that was I wanted to alleviate some risk by taking out a loan as well as using my margin because I didn't want to sell the shares. Looking back at it now, I probably should have sold the shares, but that's a whole different story. Now, my experience specifically with Tu Casa Express actually consisted of 4 other friends that purchased properties here in Tulum as well. And we all found Tu Casa Express, and we had to do a lot of things in the beginning. Now, they had sent us some information to start the process, and I will show you some of the emails. Let me show you all of the ones that have attachments. And so I started this process back a long, long time ago. Everything is in Spanish, so if you don't speak Spanish, it can be very difficult. The customer service representatives, and I'll tell them their names, specifically Ruth and this woman, Patricia. There is absolutely zero organization, and I will show you this is how I have to communicate with them. I literally send them a copy of my receipt for the payment, and they send random pictures of amortization schedules. There's absolutely no consistency. There's absolutely no explanation into anything. And here's why I say stay far, far away from Tu Casa Express. I'll get into the details about all this stuff and these things that they sent me. I mean, this is like this woman, Ruth Mendez Gomez, stay away from her. I wanted to use my margin from my stocks, and I wanted it. They had told me, specifically Ruth, that I could take more money out than what the home was valued at because I wanted to use the money to purchase the property as well as have extra money that would have been deposited into my account so I could buy a piece of land. And I wanted to do that so that I could have basically the Airbnb guest pay the interest and pay the mortgage, but also get a piece of land from it and use the land either to flip it in Tulum or to build with Tony. Now, if you guys follow this channel, all of this stuff, all of my stuff here on this channel is specifically about investing in Tulum, Airbnb, crypto, and things like that. And so I wanted to basically get 2 pieces of the pie. Use the extra money up to, I think it was like 9 million pesos, which 9 million pesos was like, at the time, $20. Divided by 20, I'm sorry. Divided by 20 was about 450,000. And so I was looking to get a $450,000 loan. I was going to use the margin to supplement what I paid for my house in Tulum. And so use the extra money, about 50, 60,000 to buy the piece of land and do that. Now, throughout the entire process, this woman, Ruth, specifically told me, yes, we could do that. And she ended up telling me that I needed to start a bank account. I got a bank account at Intercam Bank, which I still have, and the excess funds would be deposited in that upon the completion of the signing and the closing of the home. Now, I speak Spanish. I have a lawyer. Tony helped me. It was myself, my buddy Jack, my buddy Danny, my buddy Michael, and my buddy Herman. We all got a Tu Casa Express loan. And here's how it went. We all got bank accounts because they told us that they could deposit more money into our account than the house was worth, which that was attractive. Because we could all get a piece of land, sit on it for a year, 2 years, resell it, pay off the loan, and have the Airbnb guest pay the loan and the interest. Well, little did we know, we started this process in March of 2021. And once we signed those papers, the monthly mortgage was due. And what I mean by that is every single month from signing that paperwork, we had to pay the mortgage. My mortgage at the time was about $3,000. Every 6 months, that mortgage raises 3%. Their mentality behind it is, well, if your house is appreciating, they want a piece of that pie. And so now, then the other thing is that they had to get the fideicomiso paperwork from the other bank situated from the developer who had that in another bank. Well, here's how it works. So myself, Jack, Herman, Michael, we all got placed in a list. And that list, you have to make payments every month for 6 straight months to make sure that they get an idea of how well you are at making payments on time. Now, there is a whole nother list of people throughout Mexico that are doing the same exact thing. So after 6 months, you get brought up to the list. Okay, Michael, Nick, Jet, Herman, and Danny all made the payment. Then it becomes a lottery system. And it becomes a lottery system in the sense that whoever did not miss a payment will be allotted the money. But they only do 2 loans per month. And after that, you get reset. So these are just my friends and myself all in Tulum, but there's maybe, I don't know, maybe there's 100 other people, maybe there's 30 other people that are waiting for the same exact thing. And so it's a lottery as to when you can close on your property. But in between closing on your property and signing the paperwork, you still have to make your monthly payments. And I can go further in detail on this. Look at all these emails since 2021. And it's just back and forth between my lawyers, the developers, constant arguments. Look, these have 6 messages in there, 5 messages, 13 messages, 12 messages. It's an absolute mess. And so I knew that I needed to, it's a 15-year mortgage, and I knew that I need to refinance. So I've been waiting. My monthly mortgage payment right now is, I can show you. I sent this from my bank account. It's 73,000 pesos per month up until June. Then this will raise 3%. That was 73,000. I can show you other ones that were sent from a while ago. Let me see. Here's another one that was sent from 80,000. This was 80,000 pesos. It just goes up and down and all around. That was August of 2022. They completely just make up this stuff. This was from November. I'll see if this downloads. And as I am explaining to you, this was 69,000 pesos. It's an absolute mess. They make up numbers and they tell you when it's due, and if not, then they can get the what's it called? I guess they it's just like a regular loan where they can go in and hold a lien against your property, and you have no choice. So there is no payment quick. If you pay off the payment quickly, there's no penalization for that. I the video that I launched the other day on my uh, YouTube channel here. This is I'm making this video strictly for Andlas so that he can see what my personal experience was. I myself, my friends, everyone that was involved with Tu Casa Express are in the process of refinancing. And if you haven't seen this video, go there. If you want to finance a property here in Mexico, I have vetted it. I have figured out that it's possible, um, and can help you get that financing, but it's through a company in the United States. It's only for Canadians and for Americans. And so that is the route that I am taking to get away from Tu Casa Express. One, I don't want to pay 3% every 6 months more on the mortgage. I'm tired of dealing with them. I kind of myself and my friends are pretty much just trapped with it. In fact, I sent an email today to all of my friends, um, right here, refinancing in Tulum. I found a better place to refinance if you guys want. I'm going to send the information so you guys can fill it out. And so this is the information right here of the new lender. You can pause this video and read through it if you'd like. But basically, this is a United States company. If you are looking for somewhere to refinance within Mexico and you've heard of Tu Casa Express, I think there's another one called HIR, HIR Loans Mexico, uh, Moxie. Moxie is one of them. Oh, HIR Casa. Stay away from these people as well. It's the same thing as Tu Casa. Moxie, I know the guy there, Anthony. Unfortunately, in specifically Quintana Roo, where Tulum is located in the Riviera Maya, this is not a possibility because you need title insurance. With my financing option, we don't need title insurance. There is no title insurance or life insurance required. Oh, and by the way, with Tu Casa, I needed to get life insurance. I also needed to go to a doctor and have blood tests, EKGs, uh, brought up, and they randomly just said because you fall. I was healthy. I am healthy, but they just randomly said I needed to pay an extra $1,200 a year on my mortgage because something with the EKG, and the doctor told me that there was nothing wrong with my heart. They just made that up. Um, and so these little things, they don't tell you this. They'll tell you that they can do it. But when you get in the process, you learn what really happens, and you have to wait for this bidding war, and you have to continuously pay. Now, for some people, it might not be that big of a deal. Like for me, I mean, I'll have the house paid off in 15 years, but I'm paying a shit ton in interest. And it's not the end of the day. It's not the end of the world for me because the guests will be paying that. But if I can refinance with my hookup for uh, for the United States financing here, then I'm going to do that. It's a 30-year amortization with an 84-month balloon. After 84 months, you can refinance again with them, and do it that way. And that's my plan. So that is my personal experience with Tu Casa. If you have any questions, feel free to write a comment in below. Um, I worked with them. I've been working with them since 2021, about 2 years. Uh, Worst company I've ever dealt with outside of my home mortgage company in the United States. Caliber Home Loans, stay away from them as well. But the United States mortgage companies, they all run the same. It really just comes down to customer service. But with Tu Casa Express, not only is the customer service terrible, I was not able to take out the extra money. They never even deposited any extra money. That's why the price went from 80,000 to 69,000, because I argued with them and said, "Why am I paying more money? Why am I paying interest on money that I never received?" So I had to argue with them. That's kind of important. I forgot to mention that. I had to go argue with them and tell them that this is not fair, that I'm paying interest on money that I never received. So they went back and readjusted it. That's why there was that difference between 80,000 and 69,000. I never received that money. And so they finally went back and readjusted it for that 6 months, so that I made up for that, and they added it back on the end of the loan. But it was an absolute headache, disaster, nightmare, and I would never recommend anyone using Tu Casa Express or even this HIR Casa Easy Loans. It's the same situation. It's a bidding war for them. It's the same thing. Stay away from it. Moxie is good if you're not buying in Quintana Roo, then Moxie is good as long as you can get the title insurance. Um, the company that I'm working with in the United States, right here in the email, uh, I can help set that up for you, and you can what's it called? Uh, Hit me up, let me know, and I can put you in touch with them. And this way, you can get actually real uh, real financing. So that's my experience. I hope that this maybe shed some light and helped you figure out whether or not you want to go with Tu Casa Express. If you haven't checked my channel out, check it out. I have tons and tons of information and videos helping you be able to purchase a property pretty much anywhere in Mexico, specifically Tulum. But I have been branching out. I have contacts throughout all of Mexico to help you land different opportunities, run it on Airbnb and whatnot. So hopefully this helps. I will talk to you soon. And thank you for your time. And thank you for the comment from Andelaz487. So I'll go ahead, and when I post this, I'll throw the link right here for you. Thank you so much, and have a great day.